Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Let's get started. Today, we've got the Teenage Engineering OPZ being controlled by the Arturia key step. And I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to actually show you guys how I use the OPZ kind of as a musical sketchpad, if you will. So a lot of you probably know I've been working on music for my Halloween show, which is coming up on October 30th. And I've been writing a lot of different songs and trying to workshop some stuff. You know, basically every chance that I get, if I'm not making a video, I'm working on songs. So I thought it would be a perfect time to show you guys how I actually use the OPZ to compose. So in this case, for these songs, the final versions will not be on the OPZ. I'm going to be playing everything live. However, the OPZ provides an awesome experience for sketching down ideas and putting bits and pieces of songs together to see how they wind up sounding with one another. So this is definitely going to be a multi-part video. We'll probably just continue it tomorrow because, you know, I take my time when I do work on stuff like this. And as everything, you know, you should take time and dedicate effort into it. Now, earlier today, I had the idea of a song that started with a snare drum just going like and continuing throughout. Maybe a pattern like, where can I drum it? Like, here, I'll drum it on the desk here, like. Something really high energy. So I figured we would try and sketch something like that out. So let's go to the snare drum track. I'm just going to go ahead and use this sound that I always use. So I know I want 16th notes across the board. So we're going to do this. First thing we're going to do is dial in our tempo. So I'm going to use the tap tempo feature for this because I don't know exactly where I want it. I'm just going to press play, hold the click button, and tap right here, what I hear in my head. That sounds just about right. Let's see, that is 146. Let's go ahead and call it 150 and see how that sounds. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get our accents on there now because we want it to go digga 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 digga, like digga digga. Count the song off. Now we're going to achieve that with some step components, but first let me show you how. So I'm going to go to page 4 of my parameters because that's the volume, and I'm going to hold beat 1 and turn up the volume. Now I'm going to erase what's on count 2 and paste the louder snare drum in there. Same with count 3 and count 4. Let's listen. Now we can hear that it's on every single count. So now we want the OPZ to ignore that the first time through. So we're going to use a step component. We're going to hold the shift key. We're going to select beat 2 and beat 4 because that's what we want it to ignore. We're going to use this component here. This is the ignore parameter component, I believe. So when we do that, we're going to see that number 2 is flashing. That's okay. We want it to ignore only number 1. And now on the second time through, it'll play all 4 of them. So let's press play. We should get blah blah blah. You guys get it. I'm going to turn off the click here. All right, let's go. That's pretty good. That's going to be our intro. I'm going to copy this by holding pattern or project, the shift key. I'm going to paste it into slot 2. I'm going to get rid of my step components. Now I'm going to copy a step that didn't have the accent on it. I'm going to replace that on every single count that we already messed with except for count 1. So now we got to figure out the accents we want for this new pattern, which is going to be da 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 da. So we know we have it on 1. We want it there. Da 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 da. So there we go. So I'm going to hold this to copy it. So now we want da 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 right here. Paste a loud one right there. So da 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 da. So da da right here on these 2, and then on this one. So let's listen. Cool. That sounds pretty Awesome. I think that will be a pretty cool driving point for a faster paced track. Let's get a kick drum on there now. So now what I like to do is just hit play and kind of workshop some ideas. So I think I want da 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 da. So it sounds kind of weird when I sing it, but it'll make sense when I play it. We're going to use step components again to switch these around. So with these, we don't have to worry about accents since the bass drum itself is kind of an accent. So da da da, just like that. Da da da. So da 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 da, like that. There we go. However, every 2 times I want it to skip this one, so I'm going to step component it, we use the last step component, and we want 1 to be flashing. There we go. So now it'll play it the first time, skip it the second. And where I want it to play a bass drum instead is right here. But I want it to play this one every other time opposite of this one. So we're going to step component this guy, use that step component there, and leave it as is because that's only playing on the second time. Let's listen. Awesome. Pretty cool. So let's get some kind of bass line in here now. Let's go to our bass track. I kind of like B flat. Let's use this one. All right, now we can use the key step to punch in our melody here. Quantize it. Awesome. Pretty hectic, but that's kind of what I want, really. And then I kind of want it to just go someplace completely different. But first I want to fill out that line a little bit. Just nice and simple. This song, by the way, is kind of going for a video game theme, so that's why it sounds cheesy as heck. So we're going to go 8 measures on this one. And that's so we can bring in this sub-layer without really having to mess around. That's what's so great about the OPZ, is you can just change the measure length. And, you know, like I said, this isn't going anywhere on the OPZ. This is all just so I can have it all in one place, kind of like using a DAW, but in this case, no computer or anything, a lot more immediate. Just a musical sketchpad. All right, let's go ahead and record this. That sounded like it went pretty well. I'm only going to quantize it a little bit. Let's listen. Awesome. That sounds really good. And now, what I want to do is kind of use the chord, and I want to swell something in at the end of this phrase. So just for my sake, I'm going to copy it into a new slot, a new pattern, just so I can come back to it if I mess anything up. Let's go up. This will be pretty cool, I think. No. Is that what I want? Definitely not. See, this is where my lack of proper music theory kind of comes in and bites me in the butt a little bit. I'll find the right chord, but the OPZ is just great for messing around and figuring out what I want to hear. That's it. That's what I want. There we go. So now I have to find a sound that I like. That's pretty good. We're going to make this 2 measures long. What did I just play? That. And we're actually just going to play it the whole time right here from the beginning. And then I'm going to take this. Turn up the volume. But now what we're going to do is use a step component so that this only plays, I want to say, on the 7th time. That should be right. 6th time maybe? I don't know. We'll listen. Nope, it needs to be the 4th time. I could already tell I messed that one up. All right, now let's listen. Then boom, it'll resolve into the next segment of our song, which will be tomorrow's video. So I am really excited to see where this goes. I'm pretty inspired by that little piece. And the cool thing about this is you guys are going to be able to see the piece go from, you know, its humble beginnings, which was just an idea I had this morning when I was drinking my coffee. And, you know, just turning it into a track that you're going to see in the Halloween concert. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully you guys are too. If you are excited, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. We're on the climb to 1,600 subscribers. And with as awesome as you guys have been, I can't imagine it'll take us too long to get there. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.